You've worked with other comic actors before. What's it like working with this comic actor?
With Eddie Murphy? I didn't enjoy it. I'll be honest with you. I found him obnoxious. I found him grating and arrogant. But that's me. You know what I mean? That's my perception. And frankly, I don't see his future.
You know what's different about this picture? There are a lot more laughs. It's like, as opposed to hitting you with a right hand, it's a whole lot of jabbing, and then a right hand, and a lot of jabbing, and a right hand. And the other movie was every now and then you get hit with a big right. You know, it's this picture is it's a boxing film.
Oh yeah, you can tell they had fun making these movies. So I went to my collection. I put out some different interviews of Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, including a very rare, extremely rare Eddie Murphy interview at the end. Now these guys are just hilarious, so stay tuned and check it out.
Well, partner, you think we can handle it?
You really want to know?
You figure it out.
Yes, I'm sure we can.
We're going to be competing in the race this Sunday, no doubt, riding on the tandem bicycle. We'll be riding the tandem bicycle in just a couple of moments, but right now, we take you up to New York City, where a couple of weeks ago I had a chance to interview Eddie Murphy and his co-stars of the blockbuster mega hit Beverly Hills Cop Part 2. I'll tell you, there's a reason why Eddie Murphy is so successful, and here's an insight as to why. In case you haven't noticed, Eddie Murphy is back on screen. But this time around, Beverly Hills has pulled the welcome mat out from under Axel Foley.
I am on the job, so worry about things. On the job. That's what I'm afraid of.
It's Beverly Hills Cop Part 2 with the perfect summer blend of action, girls, and comedy.
All right, showtime. What the hell's going on here? Who the hell are you? My name is Johnny Wishbone. Johnny Wishbone, and I'm a psychic phenomenon. Watch this. I don't know who you are, but watch this. Your name is, Lutz, right?
He's up against some serious bad guys, led by none other than Mrs. Sylvester Stallone, 6-foot beauty Bridget Nielsen.
How long would it take to shave those legs anyway?
I suppose you're trying to be charming.
Actually, I'm just offering my grooming service.
I don't think so.
Keita's one of those James Bond kind of villains in this picture. This real tall, platinum blonde killer.
All of you eat the floor, now!
Despite being enemies in the film, Eddie and Keita became fast friends behind the scenes.
Eddie says that he's 5'10", and he says that I'm 6'2". I think that the real thing is that I'm 6 feet tall and Eddie's maybe 5'9" and a half.
She may be
5'9" and a half.
madly in love with a fella. She might be in love with a fella 5'9".
He's got shoes
but
on, he's
I know
6 feet tall. Excuse me, let me talk here for a minute.
Maybe it's that rapport behind the scenes that helps distinguish this film from its predecessor. Much of the cast has returned, and they seem quite pleased to be building an ensemble around Eddie Murphy. What's it like working with Eddie Murphy? What's it really like?
Eddie Murphy is a really great guy, and it was a privilege to have worked with him.
Of course, being a team player doesn't prevent Eddie Murphy from doing a few solo comedy bits in the film.
Hey, you like rap music?
Yeah, I like that.
You like rap music? Well, turn around real slow then. I'm from the Rap Coalition of America. Take that gun off and throw it over there. Throw the gun over there. If you like rap music so much, how come you ain't smiling?
I'm smiling.
Smile real big.
I'm smiling.
Then let's do a rap together. Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo.
Baby, yo, baby, yo.
The point is that Eddie Murphy's improvisational style has really caught on with the rest of the cast, and it plays throughout the film.
Well, I love when you talk dirty. Get your mad ass to this cool with me.
Axel, get out of the damn pool! I told you the deck was slippery!
You've worked with other comic actors before. What's it like working with this comic actor?
With Eddie Murphy? I didn't enjoy it. I'll be honest with you. I found him obnoxious. I found him grating and arrogant. But that's me. You know what I mean? That's my perception. And frankly, I don't see his future.
You know what's different about this picture? There are a lot more laughs. It's like, as opposed to hitting you with a right hand, it's a whole lot of jabbing, and then a right hand, and a lot of jabbing, and a right hand. And the other movie was every now and then you get hit with a big right. You know, it's this picture is it's a boxing film.
So be on the lookout for Beverly Hills Cop Part 2. It definitely packs a comic punch. Whether it's a knockout is up to you.
Hey! Tell your alarm, you're gonna break in! I need authorization.
I've always liked Eddie Murphy, but after getting a chance to see him in person, I think I ended up liking him a little bit more. Going to this big press conference with 200 of the big critics from across the country, Gene Siskel, Roger Ebert, all of them squeezed into one big room. You expect Eddie Murphy to be wild and crazy and trying to entertain everyone. He actually was very quiet and sincere, and I think everybody ended up liking him even more than they already did. As for Beverly Hills Cop Part 2, it is doing so well at the box office. The first week that it opened, it did such a land office business, you all right, partner?
You're messing with my balance, but...
that it almost broke the record set by Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. They are going to be making some serious money in that film. You ready to...
Eddie Murphy did not pay me to talk positively about him. I am doing this under my own free will. Once again, Eddie Murphy did not pay me. I am doing this out of my goodwill. Well, since you stuck around this long, here's the Eddie Murphy interview with the BBC from 1985, where he talks about the first Beverly Hills Cop. He also talks about Trading Places and a few other things. Let's check it out.
Out of everything that I've done, the character in Beverly Hills Cop is the closest to me, I think. He talks like me, he walks like me, has the same sense of humor, and the same phrasing. It's the same, yeah, it's like, they could have called the character Eddie Murphy. 48 Hours didn't do that hot over here, did it?
Afraid not. Afraid not. It'll probably go better after this interview.
Oh yeah, but it's not in the theaters.
No, but they'll be on video, you see, because you're #1 with Trading Places, and 48 Hours will probably catch up with that.
That was wild. That movie did real good in the States. That's why I don't understand how, like, you know, that's why I'm afraid to come over and do comedy, because I really don't understand why that movie didn't do well.
Well, cinema is not as big in this country as it is in the States. I mean, the number of people comparatively who go to the cinema.
More people go to the theater, right?
No, more people sit at home and watch the TV.
But it's only 4 channels.
Yeah, but they're so good.
They go off at 2 o'clock. No, yesterday I was watching an Eskimo show.
No, you weren't.
I woke up and I wanted to see something like I Love Lucy or Hazel or My Three Sons, like that's on American television about that time in the morning. I turned the television and they were talking with their Eskimos. It was an Eskimo woman being interviewed and she was saying how it's really warm in the ice house. And I sat and I go, this is not what I want to watch while I eat breakfast. I want to watch Lucy. Explain to people that I'm not ego tripping, that my eyes are red because I had an accident this morning and I don't want you to think that I'm a drug addict, so I have these glasses on.
We understand that, okay. There's no problem. But what a lot of us don't understand is that you were and still are a stand-up comedian. I mean, that's where you started, was doing that. And you've now transferred to being a big $25 million star. How are you going to maintain your contact with ordinary people?
My lifestyle hasn't changed much. I mean, I got a different house now and I drive a nicer car, but as far as the trip and going Hollywood and hanging out with celebrities and not knowing real people, that hasn't happened with me.
With Beverly Hills Cop, when you got this script, evidently it was already about 8 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't you feel like turning it down if it was that old?
No, I could look at a script and tell if I can do something with it the first time I look at it. You know, and I lucked out with Beverly Hills Cop, and I lucked out with Trading Places too. Not one movie that I've been in, with the exception of a movie called Best Defense, where it has never been here and will never be here because it is probably the worst film that anyone has ever done. And I was only in the movie for 10 minutes. I did a cameo in the movie. And when I read the script of Best Defense, I knew the movie was terrible. When reading the script, it was like, this is terrible. I don't want to do this. But they came to me with a check that was so heavy. 6 people from Paramount was like, we'll give you this much money. So there was no way that I could say no, and I did it. And it was a cameo, and it was a bad experience. But as far as movies that I've been out front in, that I was one of the leads in, all my movies have been successful.
Well, it's time for me to jab on out of here. Hope you liked this interview. You should stay tuned because you never know what else I have in my collection that might want to right hook you or undercut or jab you with. You never know what's in my collection, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching.